Hello everyone and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria and today we are having a look at the upcoming new moon in the sign of Gemini on June the 6th of 2024. So stay tuned for all of the information that you need to know. We're going to look at key aspects of energies that are influencing this moon, see what they mean for you. We're going to pull out cards for each sign as well. I will leave all the timestamps down below so you can navigate easy. Make sure you do watch your sun, moon, and your rising signs, okay? Because this is a very exciting moon and it may hit different aspects. We do have a number of conjunctions going on with this energy. So if you do enjoy this reading, please do take a moment to press that thumbs up button. And if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel to see more of it. But I'd love to hear from you guys. What is going on for you with this new moon? Where is this affecting you? Where are your intentions? What new things are you starting? But let's get into the energy. A new moon, of course, is a time to plant seeds, set some intentions. This brings in kind of an outlook of seeing the possibilities that lay in front of you. It's a great time for manifestation, to create a vision board, especially with this particular new moon, because it is in the sign of Gemini. Gemini's ruler, Mercury, is in the sign of Gemini right now. So this is where your clarity of vision can really have a huge impact on what you can attract into your life, right? It's like no doubts are creeping in, right? It's like, this is what I see, this is what I want, and this is how I envision it. And I know that I'm going to get it in one way or another. So it can be a really powerful time to set those intentions for yourself. But new moons are also a good time to make a wish, to embrace some healing energy, and of course to get out of your comfort zone and do something just a little bit different. Now, of course, this particular new moon is in the sign of Gemini, so it brings in the essence, the flavor of anything that Gemini stands for. So Gemini, of course, is known as the twins, right? So we get duality when we get Gemini energy. So this can be multiples of things. So you could have multiple opportunities, multiple doors opening for you, multiple new people coming into your life, right? Multiple things that you want to get started on and get on the go, right? Maybe create more than one vision board, one for money, one for love, whatever it happens to be for you, right? So the Gemini energy is also very communicative, very chatty, very social. So this is like, it's got kind of a high vibe energy. But of course, Gemini is mutable air sign. And so the last little while, we've had fiery energies going on. We've had the down to earth, slow moving energy going on with Taurus. But now this is quick, right? The mutable air, it's like boop, 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 quick, quick, quick. So you could potentially find yourself changing your mind on something, right? Because Gemini is kind of known for changing their mind, right? It's like, I've got a few different things that I can do. Maybe I'll do this. And then it's like, no, you know what? Maybe I'll do this. So make sure that you are taking some time to step back and meditate at this new moon. It's going to be really important for you to connect with your energy, to make sure that you are very clear and that you make a very decisive decision. All right, because otherwise you could potentially find yourself flip-flopping back and forth like a fish on land, right? But this is about being adaptable as well. The Gemini energy is like, I can go with the flow. I can roll with the punches. If things go my way, that's great. I can run with it. But if things aren't going my way, then I'm still going to run with it. And I'm just going to see how I can quickly get over it. So this is also a very thought-provoking energy as well, with Gemini being the sign of communication, of intellect, inventiveness as well, and information. Right? So you could be getting some information. You could be finding new ways to communicate. Some of you could be inclined to do a little bit of creative writing, start a journal, right? Those kind of things can come to the forefront for you. Be very aware of technology because, of course, Gemini energy is ruled by Mercury, and we do have Mercury in the sign of Gemini right now, very much at home, very comfortable, very happy in that sign. And Mercury, of course, is represented by the Magician card, right? So magically create something in your life, right? You have the focus, the power, the resources, and the ability abilities to turn your visions, turn your visions into reality and to create the life that you want, whether it's small tweaks or big tweaks, whether you want something to come in to enhance your life, whether you need to maybe like get some healing energy so you can have a fresh start, right? But in this energy is very thought-provoking, and Mercury, of course, rules communication, the mind, reason, language, and learning, self-expression, and also we do have some technology in there as well. We all know about those dreaded Mercury retrogrades. Mercury is direct, okay? So this is like a big universal green light to make decisions, sign contracts, all of that kind of stuff, right? And we like to see that. So that's really positive for us in this moon. Now, we do have a very interesting aspect happening right when we're in this new moon energy. Of course, the new moon energy does come in a few days before and a few days after, right? Some people say as long as a week. I like to keep it at like 3 days on either side, just to get the biggest impact, right? And so we do have, right around the time of the new moon, we've got a very rare Venus cazimi. Now, a cazimi happens when the planet is so close to the sun that it's like kissing the sun. It's in the heart of the sun is what cazimi means. And it is thought that when a planet is this close to the sun, that it purifies the energy, it cleanses the energy, it amplifies and illuminates and strengthens the energy of that planet. So, of course, Venus is our planet of love and beauty and attraction, relationships, resources, right? All those wonderful things. Venus rules both Taurus and Libra, right? So Taurus is your money sign, right? Libra is your relationship sign. So this is really sparking a huge amplification of energy for love and money. And this can be about spending money to do the things you love, your relationship with money. This can be incredibly awesome for career advancement, for new jobs, for making more money. Also awesome energy for attracting new love into your life. Some of you singles out there, if you're not already talking to somebody, there might be a little bit of magic in the air, okay? So it's got this really big energetic planetary boost, okay, helping you guys out there, but you got to talk to people, right? Remember, your actions are what kind of moves you forward and makes the magic happen. The planets and the energies in the universe can support you, right, in what you do, but ultimately you also have to play a role in it, right? You also have to take some action. So it's not because the planets are all aligning for you and you're sitting on your couch eating popcorn and watching a movie and all of a sudden Mr. or Mrs. Right is going to pop right up on your couch beside you. You typically do have to take some action, right? As much as we would like something to just go poof, here you go, here's your gift from the universe. So this does really carry some very magical energy for relationships, whether they're new, whether they're existing. This can be where you're enhancing your relationships with people. Why? Because we're communicating our thoughts and our feelings and our desires, and maybe making some long-term plans as well, or at the very least some short-term plans, right? So this can be really, really wonderful, and you could get some clarity around your money relationships and maybe even a little bit of magic happening. It could be a little bit of luck on your side. Also, we're not done yet here, guys. This is very, very supportive new moon, right? So we do have the relationship factor. We've got the money factor coming in. But we also have a conjunction with Mercury and Jupiter. Now, of course, we all love our most benefic planet, Jupiter. Rules the Wheel of Fortune card. Sagittarian energy is Jupiter, right? Rules Sagittarius. It's all about growth, all about expansion, abundance, luck, wisdom. Can also rule the law. So legal things may resolve at this time for you, right? You get what you want, right? This is bringing you growth of all kinds, but this does also elevate our consciousness as well with this energy, and especially in this sign, conjunction with Mercury, right? Mercury is like this big ideas, big thoughts, big moves. Big expanse of wisdom, massive shift in your personal energy, right? So you could be really finding some answers or clarity. You could be getting some spiritual downloads at this time, right? It can really help you out and can be really profound in this time. So another reason why meditation and finding a quiet space for yourself can be very beneficial and very important for you at this lunation. But of course, Jupiter with Mercury can be some messages. Jupiter wants to bring you things, and Mercury is the messenger, right? So this can be messages coming in. This can be raises, promotions, things you didn't quite expect, or things that you've been working towards, right? And finally, you're getting your just rewards and your just desserts. But it could also be all kinds of doors opening for you. Really great energy, by the way, for things like job interviews or putting together and revamping your resume. Great energy here for giving presentations and things, right? Because you're on top of your game as far as communication goes. And so this can be really magical for you guys. So embrace this energy of Jupiter, right? So, and this can also be pushing you and getting you out of your comfort zone. So if you've been feeling a little bit hesitant, a little bit afraid, right, then this can be where you do kind of step forward, right? It's like, I'm gonna pull up my pants. I'm gonna believe in myself, right? I'm gonna be confident, and I'm gonna dip my toe in the water of uncertainty, but I'm just gonna trust the process, right? And this can be a big deal for some people, right? Because why do we sometimes get stuck? Usually out of fear, right? Sometimes it's fear of being in the spotlight, fear of failure, but it can also be fear of success. Usually because usually success comes with more responsibility, right? And it's like, I don't know if I want to have more responsibility, but I also want more money, or I want, my reputation to grow, this kind of stuff, right? So we do have to get out of our comfort zone to do that. Same thing with love. We do need to get things out in the open, because otherwise we'll never know. Right? So there could be also some mystery revealed for some of you at this time as well. But don't forget, we also do have Pluto in retrograde at the moment. Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius. And so this can really be, where you may be reflecting on some changes that you've already made, right? When a planet's in retrograde, we reflect, we refocus, regroup, renew, reassess, reevaluate, right? All the words. And so if you've been doing some things or making some changes, this can be a very good energy for you with the Pluto and Aquarius to take that step back, right? And just kind of look at the big picture. Am I still on track? Do I need to change anything? Do I need to do anything different, right? And, so this can be really helpful for you in that, to slow down and assess what you've been doing. But this can also help you to see where you need to make some changes, right? Moving forward for the future. Now, we do, of course, because, hey, life wouldn't be life without a little bit of a challenge. We do also at this time have a square to Saturn, okay? Now, Saturn, of course, Saturn likes to teach us things, right? So Saturn does bring in an energy where we look at our fears, where we are facing challenges, or there could be some challenges that we do face. And when we have the energy of Saturn, this can be like a digging in your heels kind of energy. This can be where we're kind of squaring off, we're at an impasse with something. So quite often, one of the best ways to navigate some Saturn energy is to take a step back and have a look at things in a different way, right? Be willing to make some change, or be willing to face a challenge, or be willing to understand why something has been as challenging as it is, right? It's where we understand life lessons and things like that. So there could be something here where there is something bringing you back down to earth. I mean, we do need earthy energy when we've got a lot of air sign stuff going on, right? Very Aries season, very fast energy going on with this new moon and all the energies around it, right? So Saturn is kind of here to ground us a little bit, to slow us down a little bit. But yes, with the square, it can be like digging in your heels a little bit, or someone might dig in their heels just a little bit. It's like, whoa, 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 Nelly, I know you want to do all this stuff really fast, but hang on, let's bring things back down to earth, right? Let's make sure that we've got a plan in place so that we don't kind of find ourselves going all over the place. So Saturn can bring structure to what you're trying to change or what you're trying to improve in your life, right? It's like, yeah, hey, that's great that I have a big brand new idea, but I do need to take that step back to put a strategy in place to make sure that I know what I'm doing, or at least lay the groundwork for something here. So you could be all gung-ho to do something, and then Saturn brings you crashing back down, right? Just a little bit, right? But just temporary, right? So that you can work through something. So that can be a little bit of a challenging energy, but don't let that stop you, okay? Because all of the other planetary aspects that are going on with this new moon, super positive, super exciting, very fast paced. With this new moon, this can be a focus on your short-term goals, right? So yeah, you might have some big long-term goals, but we do need to break those down sometimes into smaller, winnable increments, right? And when we do that, we separate our big goals into little milestones. What do we have? More time and more opportunity to celebrate. It boosts our confidence. It allows us to give ourselves a pat on the back on our step of the way, and we feel like we're making progress. Whereas if you have one giant goal, right, it feels like you'll never get there, right? So this can be a really positive time for you to kind of break those things down a little bit, be a little bit easier to achieve while keeping your eye, of course, on that long-term prize. But let's get into your readings, okay? All of your timestamps down below. Do make sure you watch your sun, moon, and your rising. This new moon is hitting a number of aspects for you all, so both collectively and individually. So we're going to get on board here. We're going to start with Aries. Check out all your timestamps, both the description section and the comment section. I post them both in there. And again, if you enjoy your video, hit the like button. It's free for you, takes 1 second. It lets me know you resonate with the reading, but of course it also helps the algorithm out and says, hey, we like it, share it with more people. So I appreciate that. It does help my channel grow. And of course, if you enjoy my content, hit that notification bell. It'll subscribe you to the channel, and you will, in theory, get notified when something new comes out, which is almost daily. But drop a comment or just a heart down below. Where are you watching from, and how is this new moon affecting you? So I thank you guys for watching. Let's get right into your personal readings. Hello there, Aries, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Now, you're going to be experiencing this new moon along with Mercury and Jupiter and the influence of Venus as well, all in your third house. Now, your third house is ruled by Mercury, so it does bring in big ideas, big conversations, new ways of thinking. Some of you here with this energy, you could be upgrading your devices, your technology, right? You could be getting a brand new phone, new computer, maybe you buy a brand new entertainment system, that kind of thing, right? Something that is bigger. So you might be, you might be like, okay, I haven't had a new TV for a number of years, and you could go to go to the store, and maybe you wander into Costco or something like that. And, you're like, well, this 50-inch TV is just fine, but wow, look at this 80-inch one. So it's like go big or go home kind of energy there with that. This can also represent that you may be wanting to expand your learning, right? Because, Mercury, Jupiter is an expansion of your mind. And so you could be considering going back to school, or perhaps you're just doing some own personal at-home learning. Maybe you're learning another language. Maybe you're learning about about, well, in this, because the third house also represents your neighborhoods and things, and travel. You could be doing some research about like building bylaws or things like that, or maybe you're doing some research on, some travel, right? You expand your world a little bit, go on a vacation kind of thing. The third house does represent travel, but it's typically shorter trips. All right, not necessarily like overseas or anything like that. So typically something where, you hop in the car with a friend and you go on a road trip and you go and have some fun, right? Or, maybe hop in the car and go to Disneyland or something. Or maybe you take a quick little jaunt on a plane, but it's like an hour-long flight, right? Right, instead of, something that's like 6, 7, 8 hours long. So you could be doing that. The third house, because it can represent travel and all this communication and stuff. If you are planning any kind of trips, even if they're longer ones, you may need a passport or some travel documentation of some kind. So make sure that you do get all of your little duckies in a row with that. There's nothing worse than wanting to go somewhere and finding you don't have the right travel documents. So get that ready. But you could be really social at this new moon as well. You could be meeting new friends, making business contacts, right? Because, of course, we do have Venus energy coming in here as well. And this can be about your relationships, whether they're personal relationships, friendships, business relationships, right? Also, your neighbors. You could be getting some new neighbors, or maybe you're moving to a new neighborhood and meeting new people, right? So you could potentially be the person where if you get someone new moving to your neighborhood, maybe you are their welcome wagon. You knock on their door, maybe you got some cookies or something, and you're like, hey, welcome to the neighborhood, that kind of thing, right? That seems to have gone by the wayside a little bit in some places, hasn't it? I mean, especially like in big cities, I guess, right? You get people coming and going all the time, but it can be a nice personal touch to welcome someone to the neighborhood, but someone could also do that to you. But it's also about your perceptions about things as well. But of course, Venus can bring you resources, and this can also be a very creative time to create the life that you want. So big energy coming in here for you guys. Your first message that we have out is Zenith at the peak. This is about victory, achievements, and this is about tangible abundance. So this is about the things that you receive that you can touch and you can see and you can feel, right? So it feels like here in this energy, you could potentially be getting some news, some messages coming in, something that you have achieved or manifested may come to fruition for you at this time, especially since we do have Venus there as well and Jupiter. So something can be coming towards you. This can be money, it can be love, it can be, just the resources that you've been looking for, right? But it's like, yes, I did it, right? And so it's something that you can touch, see, and feel, right? With the tangible abundance, right? It's like right in front of you. You can't deny it. It's not just energy or thoughts, right? So this can be something really positive for you guys. It's also showing that if you set your intentions for something new to expand your horizons, then yes, something will be coming to fruition for you. All right. So it's a great, great energy there. It's the peak of the energy for you guys. We have see the beauty, gratitude, and the sacred is everywhere. No matter what your situation is, always remember to give gratitude and thanks to the universe. Also, maybe this can be a time for you at this new moon where you do express gratitude to other people in some way. Remember, Venus energy, it can represent other people. And so this can be where maybe you write like thank you cards or something like that, or perhaps you send someone a kind note rather than, just a quick little text message, right? So maybe something a little bit deeper than that. But when we have see the beauty, this really does speak to the power of Venus energy, is looking at our surroundings, looking at ourselves, looking at our relationships or our situations. There is beauty everywhere. There is love everywhere. We have to be willing to see it, and we have to be willing to find it and to look for it, right? And especially that beauty within ourselves. So you could potentially be turning inward, and you either want to create something beautiful, or you are really recognizing your worth and how beautiful and magnificent that you are. Whatever your situation is, give thanks for all of the blessings, the abundance, all the beauty that's already in your life here right now. But with this energy, you could potentially also be getting a show of gratitude from somebody else, right? And this can be thank you for a job well done. So it could come from a form of a bonus of some kind, right? This can be some accolades or some public recognition for you, right? Or maybe just someone just says, thank you so much for helping me, right? We also have here the cave, retreat, time out, self-care, and slow down. Again, very Venus-y in its energy there, right? And that's important to do, as we said in the intro to this reading, is that this is a new moon where we've got a lot going on, right? And so it can be easy to feel like you don't have your feet on the ground. It can be easy to get lost in your thoughts, right? And so it's going to be really important for all of us to find a quiet space. It doesn't have to be a long time, right? It can just be a short time. Just find that quiet space just to gather your thoughts, just to connect with your energy, right? Just, to kind of bring yourself back to center a little bit, because of course this Gemini energy, right, with mutable air, it's fast, right? It's fast, just a lot of talking, a lot of chatter, and you might just need to kind of do that, take that step back and prioritize things, right? So self-love and self-care a la Venus energy is very important. But we do also have the moon card coming out here for you, shebang. All right, so something hidden may be revealed to you at this time. The moon can deal with things that are hidden. There could potentially be a surprise coming to you at this time as well. So the moon can bring surprises, but it can also be where your fears are highlighted as well, right? And the moon encourages you to go beneath the surface to figure out what is holding you back, right? What is standing in my way? What is holding me back, right? Because it's about your subconscious, right? So this can be about your feelings, getting in touch with your feelings, right? But this can also be about, okay, this is what I'm afraid of, and be honest and truthful with yourself. This can also be an energy to remind you that there may be a situation that you're dealing with right now, or maybe a new one, where maybe not everything is quite as it seems, and it's going to require you to do a little bit of digging. Don't just look at the surface, look beneath the scenes. And that doesn't necessarily mean there's anything bad, right? It can be that there's something really positive opening up for you, right? But it could be that, right on the surface, it's like, oh, I'm just going to dismiss this. No, I don't know. That's not what I'm looking for. But quite often, what we are attracting into our lives comes in what we need, right? Which sometimes doesn't 100% match our vision than what we thought we wanted, because the universe works in mysterious ways. So if you do have a door opening for you, ask some questions, do a little bit of research, right? Because you just never know what potential something may hold for you. All right. But yes, there could be a little bit of illusion here with this. Okay. So make sure that you are seeing the truth of things. Okay. If anything is hidden, it's time to get it out in the open. But the moon also does speak to your visions. It speaks to your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. It also speaks to cycles in your life as well, right? So there could be one chapter closing and another one opening, and this can represent the completion of a cycle. And of course, you could have some success coming in here for you with that. But very much very spiritual energy here with this as well. So again, you could be getting some spiritual downloads, whether they come in your waking moments via meditation or via your dreams, right? Or other interesting ways as the universe works, right? Pay attention to the messages, right? A very creative time for you, because the moon does bring some creativity with it as well. But I'm going to leave that there for you guys. That's what I have for you. Hopefully there was something here for you, right? So good luck in this new moon. We're going to move on now to Taurus. Hello there, Taurus, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. You are going to be experiencing this in your second house. So this is awesome for you guys. Of course, you do have the energy of Venus, who is your ruler, your planetary ruler. And in your second house, this can bode very, very well for your money, your career, your relationships. It can be restoring balance and harmony. You could have something coming to fruition. You might get some money, or you might find the resources that you need and that you've been missing to create something new or to put the finishing touches on something. So it can be really, really positive for you in this energy. And of course, don't forget that Mercury conjunct Jupiter, right? There could be some really good news, and Jupiter wants to bring you something, right? And so something from your planetary ruler. So this can be really beautiful for you guys. So whether you have something coming to fruition for you at this new moon, or whether this is boding really well for you for setting intentions to manifest something in, harness this energy. This is magnificent for you, okay? We have in the midst of radiant fire. This is about being inspired, finding and following your passion. This is about really grabbing hold, seizing the moment and moving forward with something. And this is, really speaking to your, to your ability, to your strength. Maybe you're finding new sources of inspiration, right? This can be where something that you're very passionate about, now you have the opportunity to create it, to do it, to start it, okay? Or maybe even just seeing it through to completion, right? Especially if something has been taking you a while to create. It's like a passion project of some kind, and this can be where you're putting the finishing touches on something with that Venus energy, making something pretty, making something beautiful. So it can be that maybe you've been working on like a thesis or a presentation, or maybe like an art project, or something in your home, right? This is like where you kind of take a step back, you look at what you've created, and you're like, okay, now where do I need to just put the little beautifying touches on this, right? Maybe a throw pillow here, a lick of paint here, maybe change your font on your presentation over here to make it look a little bit more flowy, or eye-catching or something, right? So this can be where you're taking the time to put those beautifying touches on something in your world. This can also be a time of beauty for you, because your second house can also represent knowing your worth, right? And it's like, I know my worth, I'm feeling confident, and so maybe you want to show that to the world a little bit. All right. But this can be a really magnificent time of creation for you, whatever that looks like to you. Remember, Jupiter, expansion, growth, all these wonderful things. Mercury, big ideas, big picture. And Venus, of course, is creation, beauty, self-love, self-care, doing the things you love, taking care of the people that you love, and maybe even finding some new money, new resources, new people, new connections, right? Something very exciting may come in there for you guys. We have the Guardian Stone here for you as well. Love this particular card, right? We've got this beautiful third eye coming in there. It's all about awakening, progress, and initiation. So taking initiative on something, or you could be initiating some bold moves or something in your world. This is about moving forward, right? About making progress and celebrating your achievements. So don't sell yourself short, even if you're not exactly where you want to be, right? Give yourself a pat on the back and express gratitude for, even just to yourself, for everything that you've accomplished so far and for how far you've come. And then keep on going, right? Keep on going, right? The more we give that gratitude to the universe, right? The more we express that energy, the more things we get to be grateful for. But this is about awakening for you guys as well. And of course, we do have that coming in with Mercury, Jupiter for sure. And so this can be where you're awakening to something magical, where you're awakening to, the idea that, you're like, you know what, I've got this idea. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm feeling energized, and I just kind of know that I can do it. But we do have a big spiritual awakening in here for you guys also. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to any signs at this time, right? You've got such positive and connected energy coming in here with this new moon. Really do take advantage of it. All right. We have the Seven of Wands coming out here for you guys as well. It's about believing in yourself, being confident, being at the top of your game, knowing that whatever life happens to, whatever cards life happens to deal you is like, I can overcome, I can accomplish, I can deal with whatever life throws my way, right? The Seven of Wands is about being at the top of your game, and it is about being confident, but it's also about advocating for yourself or other people. And remember, we do have Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, because this could be where you take a step back and maybe your idea of creating change or your idea of, making progress can be about standing up for yourself or others, right? You could find yourself being a spokesperson in your workplace, right? Especially if things aren't fair and equal. And this can be where you are standing up to the man, right? Stick it to the man, right? You could be that person right about now, right? You could be the chosen one for others, okay? But at the very least, this is where you can stand up for yourself, advocate for what you want or what you deserve, right? But ultimately, it's about, being in that position of strength and being confident in everything that you do. That's what I'm going to have for you there. That's where I'm going to leave that for you guys, okay? Take advantage of this new moon energy. Make sure you do set your intentions and create your vision boards and whatever else you want to do, or at least just take a step back and meditate and connect with this new moon energy, because there will be a number of opportunities throughout the course of the next year for these big growth spurts. And they are because of what you have set intentions for, what you started at this lunation. All right, so keep that in mind. But that's what I have for you guys. Good luck in this new moon. And we're going to move on now to Gemini. Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to your new moon reading. Now, what can we say about this new moon for you guys? This is spectacular energy. Take advantage of it. Get out of your comfort zone. Try something new. Meet new people. Socialize. Do business networking. Create the life that you want, because your possibilities here are unlimited. Now, of course, this is happening in your first house. First house is all about you, your goals, your dreams, your self-worth, your confidence, the things that you want out of life, right? It's also about your appearance, the face that you put out into the world, right? Your approach to life as well. So you may find that you are looking at life in a different perspective, and maybe you are making a very conscious effort to change how you deal with things in the world, right? How you approach scenarios or people or situations or challenges, right? This can be a really positive change for you guys. So, maybe previously you, if something wasn't going your way, maybe you just gave up and you're like, well, forget it. I'm just going to try something else, right? Because sometimes you can, you can be a little bit grass is greener on the other side kind of energy, right? But maybe now you're like, you know what? Maybe that's not the right way forward for me. Maybe that's not been working for me. So maybe you're going to try something different, right? Or by the same token, you could be that kind of person where it's like, nope, I'm stubborn. I'm stuck in my ways. This is what I've decided. This is what I want. And so you could potentially hold on to things for too long, right? And this is where you're more willing to let things go. But whatever it is, you could be, really making some personal changes at this time. And you've got all of this wonderful supportive energy, right? Venus for self-love, self-care. Maybe you're starting a new exercise regime, a new diet, something that makes you feel good. And you're doing it not for anyone else. You're not doing it because anyone made you feel guilty or because of what anyone else thinks about you. It's for you. So, for example, let's say you're kind of looking at yourself and going, you know what? I feel lethargic. I want to do something to better my health. So maybe you, maybe you make a conscious effort to eat healthier or to get more physically active, right? And the end result, of course, is losing weight, feeling better, and maybe even being a little bit more mobile and less creaky, right? And so, but it's not because anyone told you to, right? It's because I want it. I'm doing it for me, right? I don't care what anyone else thinks. And so this can be that kind of expression of attitude that you may have at this time, right? But you may be figuring out who you are. So in this energy that we've got going on, it's like, who is Gemini? Who am I? Who do I want to be? And you could be really kind of coming into alignment with maybe who you're meant to be. So you could be getting some profound answers and insights at this time. Remember, we've got big ideas. We've got Jupiter here bringing you some wonderful luck or opportunities or expansion of some kind, right? But it's also very philosophical energy with that Jupiter energy, right? So you could potentially be doing a little bit of soul searching and reflection, right? And so you could be getting the answers, right? Mercury is giving you the answers, and Mercury's in your sign, right? So use that Mercury energy to your advantage, right? Mercury's direct too. So always very important also. But some of you could be getting a new wardrobe, new haircut. Maybe you're buying yourself something new that you've always wanted, you've been saving up for. You could get a big yes on a loan. Maybe you're buying yourself a new car, something that you can be mobile, right? Freedom. And you could be embracing a little bit of personal freedoms in this time. So it's really positive energy for you. Use the energy to get what you want, or to bring something to fruition, or to make those positive changes that you've been maybe putting off. We have a call to transformation. This is all about change and metamorphosis, right? This can also be about feeling stuck in the middle. So if you've been trying to make some changes, right? Maybe you've been feeling like, oh my God, it's taking forever. I'm trying to do this and I still feel like I'm on the right track, right? I'm not feeling like I've made a wrong turn, but it's just nothing's happening. Expect a big shift in energy there for that, right? Because we are in air sign energy now. We're in your energy, and can be where the magic happens, right? But there is a lot of changes and growth going on. So this can be you internally. This can be you externally, right? The face of the world that you showed other people, right? Your external appearance, that kind of thing. But again, this can be where you're shifting your focus onto your personal goals and dreams, especially if you've been living your life for other people or putting other people first. This can be where you dig in your heels a little bit and say, you know what, it's time to focus on me. But this can also represent that spiritual growth that we were already talking about as well, right? So pay attention to sign, symbol, synchronicities. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your feelings, and find time to meditate. Okay, this is card 17, and 17 relates back to the star card. Star card represents faith, hope, and inspiration. It also brings in healing and balance into the world. It also reminds you of your connection and your ability to harness all of the magic, the power, the abundance that the universe has to offer and bring it into reality. Bridge the gap between the two worlds, right? The star energy is also about miracles and blessings, right? And also about your wishes and your goals. But ultimately, it's a very serendipitous energy where the pieces are falling into place. You're feeling good. You're feeling it in a state of peace and calm, right? So it's going to be a lot of magic in the air for you, right? So don't be afraid to change, and embrace any changes that you want to make or that are happening internally within you. We have the gateway here, open doors, opportunities, and right timing. Look at that. Are you ready to open the door? There's portals opening for you. There's enlightenment coming to you. There's a big shift in your vibe coming in here for you guys. But ultimately, new moons can bring in new pathways, open those new doors for you. Whether it's a door that's open for your next stage of growth and development, right? And again, if you've been feeling like you've been trying to do something and you've been feeling like it's taking forever, I feel like I'm walking through quicksand, it's where that door opens and you're like, oh my goodness, this is exciting. Now things are starting to happen and things are starting to fall into place. So keep going where you're going. But this is new doors opening for you guys as well, whether it's something in your spiritual pathway, your personal pathway, maybe it's your money, your relationships, whatever it happens to be. The gateway, the portal is open for you. So step through it. Always encouraging you to move forward and to step through the portal. We have the 8 of Pentacles here as well. So you're ready. You're ready for ascension. You're ready for change. You're ready to take the next steps. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of productivity, hard work, dedication. It's also when we're paying attention to the details. It's very creative energy here as well, right? So for some of you here, keep on going, right? Because you are about to turn a corner. You're about to have a door open for you that brings you into your next step, your next stage, when we do get the Eight of Pentacles, this is where, you know, the student becomes the teacher, right? The student graduates. This is where the apprentice becomes like, you know, the Red Seal certified kind of person. The employee becomes the boss, right? Those kind of things. So it is one where it's like, okay, I've been dedicated. I've been making all the right moves. I've been taking things one day at a time. I've been learning. I've been creating, and I've been really paying attention. Now I'm ready to take the next step. I'm ready to ascend. And if you look at the cards at the back of this card, which we don't usually see, we've got all of our 8 pentacles, right? Very obligatory. But we also do have something climbing and ascending up the mountain. This gateway card, we've got stairs, ascending, leveling up. So it's a big leveling up for you in some way in your life, whether it is something that brand new where you do need to make that effort to be courageous, to be bold, and to take some action, or whether this is just something it's like, oh my goodness, all my hard work is paying off. So you could have something coming to fruition for you around now. Keep an open mind, right? And say yes, okay? Say yes to opportunities headed your way, but you could have a little bit of magic in the air. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Good luck in this new moon. Embrace the energy. Use it to your advantage. This is the best astrology that we've got all month. Okay, there's a couple other really good days through the month, but this first week of June is our best energy, and there's a lot of magic in that air, so use that to your advantage. Thank you for watching, guys. We're going to move on to Cancer. Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. This is happening in your 12th house. Now, 12th house energy can be endings, okay? So something transformative, something that either you are completing, you are putting an end to, or there could just be an end of a cycle in your life somewhere, all right? But this propels you forward to a new beginning. The 12th house is a very spiritual energy here as well, so you could be experiencing some spiritual insight, some shift in your energy. It's going to also bring help you on your path to healing and letting go. So the 12th house also is a house of secrets, mysteries. So you could potentially, with that energy, you could potentially, because Gemini kind of wants to be seen a little bit, if there's something that you've been keeping hidden or doing behind the scenes, this may be the time when you share something with the world. Now, maybe you have been on a spiritual pathway and you haven't told anyone about it. Spiritual journey quite often is a lonely one, so don't worry about that. But there could be something that you have been experiencing or doing behind the scenes, and now it's like, okay, I'm ready to share. I'm ready to put myself out there a little bit. And it can be something to do with a creative project. It can be something to do with your spiritual journey. It can be something to do with something that you've been learning, right? Whatever it happens to be, there could be something that you reveal to the world. Likewise, though, because we do have Jupiter energy, we've got Mercury, we've got Venus in there too, right? This can be something that is brought to you, right? So you could have some sort of news, messages, something like that, that brings you opportunity, brings you information, or reveals something to you in this energy. Whatever it is, with a new moon occurring in your 12th house, it is going to be really important for you to connect with yourself, to find some quiet space, to meditate, to do something in private, right? Just something for you. Because, you know, number one, it can help you cleanse and purge, right? 12th house is the final house, right? So it's final ending before we move on to, you know, to that new energy, right? So this can be a significant transformation for you, but meditation can really help you along your journey, or at the very least, just find a quiet space. You don't have to do anything fancy. If you have the time and the means, maybe, you know, have a bubble bath. Working with water can be very important and very pleasant when you've got 12th house energies activating for you, because Pisces energy, very connected with water, right? But you could be really getting some deep bursts of insight at this moon as well. So it can be really positive for you, the shedding of the old and the embracing of the new. All right. But yes, there could be something that is revealed to you. So this is great. We have the eyes of mystery. Well, there you go. Mystery revealed. Okay. Now, this can be perhaps that you are revealing something, okay, or that someone is revealing something to you. Now, because we do have the energy of Venus in here, if you are single and looking for love, okay, there could be someone that reveals their feelings to you, or someone gives you a call out of the blue. Okay, something very mysterious and something very magical may happen for you around this new moon. If you are in a relationship, right, this is where someone could reveal something to you. This can be a bit of a surprise headed your way. Maybe all of a sudden there's a little bit of love and romance in the air, because it can be a great energy here in this moon to talk to our people that we love, whether it's friends or romantic partners, whatever it happens to be, right? Communication and opening our heart space, Venus energy, can really be positive. And because you could have a mystery revealing to you, someone could be revealing their true feelings, especially if you've got a secret admirer. This can be where, your significant other maybe reveals something to you. You could be getting engaged at this time. You could be moving forward in your relationship. Unfortunately, for some people, there could be perhaps a dissolution of a relationship as well. Okay, it's like the ending, right? But it's like run its course and you're ready for it. So just take your time, right? And this opens up a new life for you, right? A new way of being, right? But whatever it is, there is something that is revealed. This also does reveal to uncharted territory and deep knowing. So trusting your intuition, right? Trusting the path that you're on, trusting the decisions that you're making, because this can be where you are shedding an old version of you and you're about to take a new pathway, right? And part of that new pathway is venturing into the unknown. So whatever it is that you're doing, maybe you are learning how to play a musical instrument, or maybe you're contemplating a new, more fulfilling career path, right? Whatever it is, it's like you're envisioning a little bit of a new life, whether it's your entire life or whether it's just a small aspect of it. And it is uncharted territory. You've never walked this path before. You've never tried this thing before. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to be really positive, or you don't know if it's going to be super frustrating and you're going to give up, right? But we need to venture into paths unknown in order to experience growth, right? Nothing exciting, no change ever happens, nothing interesting ever happens in our comfort zone. So you're encouraged to get out of it in some way and to turn the tides. Now that is card number 10. Card number 10 relates back to the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. So you could have a little bit of luck on your side. You could be gaining pearls of wisdom. You could have a fortuitous turn of events for you here in this energy as well. But there's all sorts of wonderful growth and expansion, and perhaps even abundance and wonderful things headed your way. The 12th house is the house of karmic endings, right? And the Wheel of Fortune card, Jupiter energy, can represent karmic things. And so you could perhaps be finding that you have completed some sort of karmic cycle in your life, and now you're like, oh, I'm so glad to have that burden off my back, right? And now your path forward is a little bit different. So some big energies there for you. The road is clear. You know what you want you know what to do. Walk it your way. What path are you following? The path's unknown. Whatever it is, the road is clear. This is saying it's green lights for you. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to create, whatever you want to change, right? Follow your path, follow your guidance, trust your intuition, trust yourself to make the right decisions, but you do you, right? Your path is yours to follow. We have people that come in and out of our lives. We have situations that happen and get resolved, right? But ultimately, your path forward is you, and you are in control. So you can decide which path to follow, which path to walk down. Whatever path you choose, the road is clear. Your obstacles have been removed, and it's typically because of what you have done. Wonderful energy. Know what you want, be clear, and then go for it. We have the Two of Pentacles. Now, the Two of Pentacles is very interesting that should come up for you guys, okay, because we do have, of course, Gemini energy, and Gemini can represent multiples. different opportunities. Two of Pentacles can quite often represent juggling your options, right? Weighing up your options. Should I go this way, right? What do I want? Do I want this? Do I want that? Is this good? Is this not good, right? So in the Two of Pentacles energy, you could be making some very important decisions. Which road are you going to follow? Where is your next journey? What is your next step of something? What do you really want? Right? So again, kind of turn inward a little bit with this energy, especially if you're confused in any way or indecisive. The Two of Pentacles also shows that your key to success is going to be by being flexible and adaptable, right? This Two of Pentacles, he's juggling these two pentacles. He's not in balance, right? And he's on one foot, okay? But the key for him to staying on one foot and staying upright here is to go with the flow and be flexible with those pentacles, right? So that one doesn't kind of topple him over. So sometimes we do need to be a little bit flexible in our journey. And of course, with ourselves, we need to be willing to make change, and we need to be willing to kind of go with the flow of energies, even sometimes when it doesn't make sense, especially if it feels right. But the Two of Pentacles can show that there is something out of alignment in your world here. Your 12th house especially can be about end of a certain way of doing things, and you want something fresh, something new, do something a little different. So in the Two of Pentacles, this is encouraging you to have a look in your life. Where do you need to find more balance? Is it in a relationship? Do you have harmonious connections in relationships, right? Do you share responsibilities? Are you both in it together? If not, then maybe there's some decisions. Two of Pentacles, right? Yes, no, maybe, right? This can also represent in this energy that, you know, maybe you've been on a certain pathway. Maybe you've been focused in your material world with the pentacles there, and now you need to make some changes, even if they're just small, right? To find more time to spend with you or your spiritual self, right? And sometimes we do spread ourselves a little bit too thin, and we need to dial it back a little bit, restore the balance, and then move forward. So just a little bit of a reminder there from the universe. But you could have some very important decision to make somewhere around this new moon. Decide clearly what you want, hold your vision, and then go for it. I'll leave that there for you guys. I thank you for watching. Good luck in this new moon. We're going to move on now to Leo. Hello there, Leo, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. We have this happening in your 11th astrological house. This is ruled by Uranus energy, Aquarian energy, so you might find yourself getting out, meeting new people. This can be, your 11th house is quite sparkly. It does have to do with your wishes. So this can be where you are setting your intentions for your big wishes, dream big, wish big here, folks. All right, for your future, but you could also potentially be having something come in for you guys here that you've previously wished for. The 11th house also has to do with liberty, right? Freedoms. So this can be finding liberty from something that's been holding you back. You could be figuring out what needs to go in your life that's been bogging you down a little bit, right? So how do I find more freedom? And of course, Jupiter energy that we've got going on is also very freedom seeking, right? So freeing you from things that are, you know, keeping you stuck in one place and things like that. So it's going to be wonderful. This is about your society, yeah, there we go, society, about your friendships, your groups of people that you belong to, your memberships in things. So you could, again, be forging new connections, getting out there, doing a little bit of networking, whether it's just social, especially if you're single, right? If you're single looking for love, a great time and great energy there for you, supporting you to get out and meet some new and different people. This does have to do with your future. Okay, so making plans for the future, setting goals for the future can be very positive for you. But you could have something that gets revealed via social media. Some of you might be cutting down your social media here as well. Or perhaps when you have a look at your social media accounts, maybe you're like, I don't even know who all these people are, or I belong to these groups, but maybe they've now turned toxic, right? You got the keyboard warriors on the other end. Sometimes they start out good, but then there's like, ugh, this is just annoying me now. Liberate yourself from that, free yourself from that, find new people, right? Because it may just be that you're no longer energetically aligned with those people in your world. All right. But dream big. What do you want to change? What do you want to expand in your life? This is a time of growth for you guys here. And this can be very wonderful to make your wishes come true. The dream of co-creation. There we go. This is all about manifestation, divine partnerships, and the alignment of frequencies here. So yes, this is all about your dreams. Remember, we're always co-creating our dreams, making our wishes come true with the help of the universe. We are co-creating with the universe. And, while it's nice to think that, we can just sit on our couch and we can just manifest something and then boof, all of a sudden it shows up on the next cushion over. Hey, maybe there is a little bit of magic that can make that happen. However, for the most part, it's about opening doors, planting seeds, and be willing to take action, right? We do our part by setting our intentions. The universe does its part by helping open doors and aligning people and situations and opportunities for us to then take the next step and to take action upon. Right? It's that co-creating, that symbolic, that symbiotic, relationship that we've got going on, right? It's like a game of tennis, right? You lob something over into the universe, it lobs you something right back, and then you lob something back over, right? So it's like this wonderful game of tennis that's never ending, hopefully, right? So, remember that whenever we are manifesting, we do need to make sure that we are aligned with the ability and the willingness to take some sort of action. And remember that when things are manifesting in our world, when we're creating things, quite often things start as a seed of potential. They start as that small opportunity that can provide us a lot of growth and expansion, right? That we are really looking for. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition at this time as well. Okay, because again, the 11th house is Uranus energy and it's Aquarian energy. So you can see your future clearly. You're making plans, making decisions for your future. You're aligning with your future self in this, but Uranus is the great awakener as well. And so awakening to your potential, but awakening in you as well, right? There's something shifting within you at this new moon. There's something awakening within you. So watch for, pay attention to your dreams, any signs, symbols, synchronicities, okay? Because there's some spiritual shifts, some energetic shifts going on for you, and they are very magical. The next message, we've got ancestral messages here, connection, belonging, and ask for help. So this is really, other than our ancestors here, number one, your message here is that there are a lot of spiritual connections that are helping you and guiding you and leading you and picking you up when you're down and showing you your path forward. They're helping you, right? So your spiritual soul tribe is there for you, bringing you insights, messages, encouragement, and hopefully some healing as well. All right. So a lot of very positive help there for you. But this is also a reminder to connect with your spiritual self as well. Call upon your angel spirits, guides, call upon your past loved ones, your ancestors. And this can be where you do get those signs that you're looking for, right? Especially if you ask for a sign, you will get a sign of some kind, but we need to be open to receive it, right? But this is about, the people that were around, a sense of belonging, a sense of connection with people. So again, with your, with your social networks, your social groups, right? With, your, with your like online stuff as well. Do you feel connected with the people that you're around or the people that you're connected with? If not, time to find new people or time to find new groups to connect with, right? And it may not be that there's anything necessarily wrong with those people or those groups. It may just be that you are no longer in that energetic alignment with them, so you don't feel connected, and then maybe they become annoying when maybe they're not doing anything different than they did previously, but it's you that has shifted in some way, right? So it's a great time for socializing, great time for connecting with people, but also because it is very people-y. If you are stuck in any way, great and communication energy here for you, right? So ask for help or guidance, whether it's some spiritual help and guidance or from the real people in your life. It is all there for you. Beautiful. We've got the Empress making an appearance for you, ruled by Venus. Okay, so we do have this wonderful energy of Venus here for you guys as well. So new beginnings, creation, growth. This is a fertile time for you to expand your horizons. Take care of yourself as well. Spend some time in contemplation, meditation. What do you want to create? The Empress Venus energy brings you that opportunity to expand and grow in any way that you want, right? What do you desire? What does your heart want? Where do you see yourself in the future, right? What do you want to change now that affects your future for the better, right? What do you need to release, right? Let go of that allows you a little bit more growth in your world, right? All of this being examined here. But the Empress is a great, great energy for abundance, for things coming to fruition, for new beginnings, and and for manifestation, because we can't have manifestation without the basis of creation, right? We've got to be able to create in order for something to manifest into our reality, right? So you've got everything aligning for you here. So work with this energy, okay? Very positive for you. That's what I have for you guys, Leo. Okay. So I thank you guys for watching. Good luck in this new moon. We will now move on to Virgo. Hello there, Virgo, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. So you will be experiencing this in your 10th house. There's a sparkly energy here, okay? The 10th house is really good for your public image, fame, honors, recognition, for your ambition, for your achievements. You could be achieving something. Maybe there's something that you're feeling really ambitious about that you want to try, or that you want to change. It's all really good for your career, right? It's your house of career, essentially. And also about your influence on other people, or recognizing the influence that they have on you. The 10th house can also represent your dominant parent, right? So whether it's a mother, father, grandparent, whatever it is, that's, whoever was your parent that was the most dominant and assertive, this can be where you have a new beginning with them, or maybe you're communicating more with them, right? Especially if you haven't seen them for a while, you could be turning over a new leaf, or you could be turning over a page in some way with that. But this energy can be really positive for new beginnings in your career, for promotions, raises, for people recognizing your worth. So especially for, putting your resume together, communication, right? Putting your resume together and putting it out there. This is an opportunity for you to potentially be seen. Great energy here for interviews as well, all right? Can really bring you something very beneficial. However, in your energy, just really a heads up for you, right? Because this is really about your personal goals, ambitions, your career path, all this kind of stuff, how you make your money, essentially, or what you do with your time, right? And it can be very sparkly and very positive, especially when we've got Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, right? All this kind of stuff, really bringing you something wonderful, or opening doors for you, new pathways for you, elevating your situation in some way. But we do have that pesky little square to Saturn. Okay. And for you, right, because this is your career house with the 10th house, your square to Saturn is in your 7th house. And your 7th house is other people, your relationships with other people. So with the square, right, we're like squaring off, right? It's like, I dare you, or it's like, really coming to an impasse, like having a disagreement with someone. So this can be that maybe there's something that you want to do, you want to achieve something with your career, but it's creating friction or a challenge with other people in your life. Now, this can be something really quite simple. If you're single and looking for love, right? You've got career goals and ambitions, and you're doing whatever you can do to, be successful, right? Be successful, independent, make money, all that kind of stuff, right? So it may be that your square to Saturn is that you don't have time for, getting out there and meeting people, right? It's hard and tough being singles these days, right? And, so this can be creating this challenge, this friction with you, right? This can also be where maybe there's, something that you are working towards in your career path, but maybe this is, directly, being opposed by, or there's a challenge that is with your significant significant other, right? And it may be that you might have a new job coming in for you, or maybe your current job is where you aren't working the same schedule as your significant other. Or if something new, right? Maybe it's like, okay, well, I have to work evening shift, right? Where your partner maybe works the day shift and you're like, well, we're never going to see each other, right? And so this can be where something, you may need to do something for your short term. Gemini can be very short term. And this can be where you might be, really needing to sit down with your partner and talk something out and say, okay, well, I have an opportunity to do this, and this doesn't coincide with, what our goals were, right? But I see this only being a short-term thing that we're doing. So it could be the project that you're working on or something like that, but it can be very important for your career development. And, it just might be that someone else doesn't like it, right? Because maybe you have to work overtime, or maybe you are working different shifts now. There could be childcare issues and things like that. So this is where we do need to, communication is very much the key in this energy. But again, I see this being like a short-term thing. It's like, this is here for a short time, not a long time, but I got to do this, right? And so there could be that little friction there for you in that. There could also be, because the 7th house has to do with your partnerships of all kinds, right? And so maybe, because you've got some career goals or some new opportunities opening up, maybe this affects your social life, right? You maybe don't see your friends as much anymore. This can also represent a little bit of friction going on with your work colleagues as well, okay? Because you could get something really positive with this new moon, right? But maybe there's a little bit of dissension in the ranks in your workplace, right? Because this can disrupt relationships in your workplace, or perhaps bring about a little bit of jealousy or something like that, right? Especially if someone else was up for a promotion and they didn't get it, but you did. Right now, all of a sudden, there's this undeserved friction in there, right? It's like, well, it's not my fault. I'm better for the job than you, right? That kind of thing. So just be aware that some of your career goals or your career things that you've got going on could be creating some issues, right? That square with Saturn with your house of relationships in some way, right? But communication is the key. Having a vision of the future is the key, and being flexible is also the key to navigate that. Oh, we have the dream of co-creation. Love that this come out for you. This also, by the way, came out for Leo in the 11th house. So if you are on the cusp, then you might want to watch both readings. If your significant other or an important person in your life, they might actually be a Leo. Okay, so you might want to watch their reading just to get a heads up, because they got the same card and you're one right after the other. And yes, I do shuffle a million times in between readings, so it's not a coincidence. But this is the dream of co-creation. It's about manifesting your dreams, your goals, your desires into fruition. This is about divine partnership as well. Divine partnership, the partnership with yourself, your angels, spirits, guides, the universe, right? But also partnerships of all kinds, right? So a divine partnership can be that there's doors opening up for you to partner up with the right people, and people who are on the same trajectory as you, or that can help you on your path forward. It's also about frequency alignment, right? Aligning with the people, the opportunities, or the situations that are matching you, right? We do connect or align with people or situations and things that do match our vibe. Right. So there's a lot of things going on in the background for you. There's a lot of doors opening up for you. The universe is ultimately maneuvering people and places and situations and things like that to help you on your journey, to get you what you want, to make some positive change, or to bring in that new bright and shiny thing that you wished for. All right. Remember, whatever your situation is that you have a dream, you have a vision, you're seeing the future. Okay, pay attention to your dreams, any sign, symbol, synchronicities, by the way, okay, because it's very much guiding you right now. But this is a reminder that we're always co-creating our reality with the universe, okay, especially when we're always manifesting, whether it's conscious manifestation or whether we don't realize we're doing it or not, right? Because we're always putting our energy, our intentions, our desires out there, whether we do it, structured, or whether we just do it without realizing it, right? But whatever your situation is, we are co-creating with the universe. So we start the ball rolling. We start the process by setting our intentions, by putting our energy out there. And then the universe receives our intentions, right? And they're like, okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, we got this, right? We're going to start shifting things around and whatever. But then you have to be willing to take action, right? It's a partnership that we've got with the universe, with spirit, right? So it's that partnership that we have where they open a door, you step through it, right? They clear obstacles out of your path, you run for it, right? You make a break for it, right? So we need to remember that on our journey. It is a partnership that we've got here, but there is things manifesting here for you. So whether you have something coming to fruition at this new moon, something new, or whether this is speaking to your ability to set those intentions, create that vision board, and turn your vision, your dream into reality for the future, right? This is a really positive vibe for you. We have boundary stones here as well, negotiation, contracts, and communication, right? And what we were talking about with your 7th house energy, right, where we've got our wonderful Saturn, okay, is that there could be something here where you do need to negotiate your desired outcome, where you do need to talk about something, get something out in the open, right, to resolve some issues, okay? There could be new contracts coming in here, or the fulfillment of a contract that's freeing you up to do something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit more profitable, perhaps, if you want. So this is a really positive energy for negotiating new contracts, right? And making some resolutions there, right? So communication very much is the key. But because this is boundary stones, right? This is all about boundaries in your life, right? And sometimes we do need to recognize that sometimes we have to break down boundaries in order to, really make something happen for ourselves, right? So maybe, you might have some career path that's opening up for you, some opportunities that's opening up for you. But in order for you to, be that chosen candidate or something like that, or to get the recognition that you're looking for, you might have to give it your all and throw all of your time and energy and attention into this specific thing. What does this do? Maybe breaks down the boundary that you've already created. So maybe your boundary was, that balance between work and home. And now this is the thing that's going to propel you forward, right? For your future. And it's like, I can't turn this down, or I really need to do this, right? And this is where, okay, now all of a sudden you're working overtime, or you're working different shifts and things like that. Or maybe you're working with people that you don't like, right? So you're breaking down those boundaries, because not permanently, right, but temporarily, right? So this can be something in the short term where those boundaries do need to be broken there to bring you something better, and then you reestablish those boundaries when you're done. All right. But yeah, you could also be, not going to lie, right, with that square to Saturn, you could be button heads with somebody that you are connected with. Okay, so just something to be aware of. Don't let that dictate the overall vibe of your new moon, because it's not. Okay, it's just one aspect of it, but it could be, right? And this can just be, you and a significant other. Maybe your goals for the future are not in alignment with them, right? This could also cause struggles, of course, if you're like single looking for love and things like that, right? Or of course, some issues directly within your workplace, that kind of thing, right? But don't let that dictate, how you see your future or the life that you want to create. New beginnings can be about wiping the slate clean and starting something new, right? So it could be that for some of you, you might come to an impasse in some way, but it's important to establish who you are, what you want, stand up for yourself, advocate for yourself, right? Very important. Again, the communication factor is like way up there right now, right? So you can really get your will out there, right? Get your intentions out there, speak your truth, right? And really communicate in a very positive way. Hey, there you go. We have the 7 of Wands out here for you guys as well. And this is about being in a position of strength and confidence, knowing who you are, knowing what you want. But this can also be about, really facing your fears, okay, or facing other people, turning around, facing your naysayers, facing your issues head on, and saying, drawing that line in the sand, right? This is what I want, this is why, and this is what I'm going to do. This is an energy of, yes, knowing that you can overcome whatever challenges that you face, whatever seemingly stands in your way. You're like, nope, I can do this thing, right? So you're not ignoring any kind of challenges or anything like that. You're at the top of your game when we've got this particular card. But this is also one of advocating for yourself or others. This is where you turn around, you face people, and you're like, this is where I am. This is who I want. This is what I want. This is why I want this thing, right? And I'm going to do this thing. So you might be the chosen person that walks into your boss's office and creates change for other people, right? You're that chosen advocate for others. But don't forget to advocate for yourself if that is what you are needing to do, right? And sometimes we don't know what that outcome is going to be when we do that, right? Might annoy other people, right? Or it could create, quite a bit of friction, right? But knowing what you want, knowing why you want something, and being willing to do whatever it takes to get it can really be a key to success, especially your 10th house energy here for yourself. But you could be able to find a compromise here as well. Whatever your situation is, you are strong, you are capable, and this is an awesome energy. So I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Okay, I thank you guys for watching. Good luck in this new moon. And we are now going to move on to Libra. Hello there, Libra, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Now, this is extra sweet for you, Libra, because of course we do have the energy of Venus coming in. We've got that Venus Cazimi coming in here for you guys. This can be extra sweet for you. You could be finding resources that you need. You could have some new beginnings on the horizon. You could have something coming to fruition. This can be really positive for your relationships, for connecting and communicating with your loved ones a little bit better. And this is also really good for meeting new people. So really positive energy for you guys, bringing you abundance, growth, and positive transformations. Now, the 9th house is where you're experiencing this energy, and the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter. Okay, so extra sweet for you guys. A lot of great things going on. Your 9th house has to do with your faith, your belief systems, right? Believing in, believing in yourself, believing in certain spiritual aspects or religious aspects here. Now, because the 9th house does have to do with spirituality and religion, it also has to do with philosophy and big ideas. This can be where, perhaps with the new energy, you're learning new things, you're kind of looking at the world in a different place and going, well, the previous belief system that I had, my structured religious system perhaps, maybe now is not necessarily aligning with who I am or what I believe in. You could also be in this energy, maybe really seeing things in a different light, or really connecting the dots on a big picture, right? Because ultimately everything is connected, right? Even though things have kind of become structured or compartmentalized, right? Everything ultimately is connected. So you could be really seeing the big picture in some belief systems there, but you could also be trying to find ways to blend the old with the new. And yes, it can be done. So don't let anyone tell you otherwise, right? The 9th house also has to do with, again, your big ideas, okay? Also publishing and journaling. So you could be finding yourself doing some creative writing at this time. Maybe, you might have like some career prospects that do involve a little bit more writing or communication. Or if you've got that dusty old manuscript that you wrote a couple of years ago, collecting dust in your desk drawer, this might be the time for you to share that with the world, as this does have to do with publishing. But the 9th house does bring in an energy of big trips, travel, expanding your horizons, right? Think of Jupiter energy, think of Sagittarian energy, right? Your higher mind, learning things, seeing the big picture, getting out and exploring the world, right? Asking big questions. You ask the questions, you'll get the answers, right? This is where you can really have a vision or a big idea, and you could be figuring out how to turn it into reality, right? So great energy that comes in here, but all about your thoughts, your belief systems, your morals, the things that you do believe in, the things you don't believe in anymore. So there could be some cleansing and purging perhaps that comes in here with you guys. But this can be where you are planning a big long vacation somewhere. Make sure that you do have all your travel documents in a row, especially if you're crossing any kind of borders or anything like that. They don't look too kindly on you if they know you can't get back to your home country. So make sure you do have your travel documents in order, and don't leave it till the last minute. All right. Don't be like me. Okay. Don't leave it till the last minute there. Get it done ahead of time. That way, what do you have? Freedom, right? What does Sagittarian energy and Jupiter energy like? Freedom. All right. But you could be experiencing all kinds of growth, big ideas, and turning visions into reality here. It's a wonderful energy. We have death reclaims a life. It's all about letting go. This is about recognizing the benefits and the positive aspects of things that do come to an end. All right. It's about natural endings and processing grief. So in this energy here, you could potentially be in a situation where you have been in a grieving period of some kind. We can grieve a whole bunch of different things. We can grieve actual deaths of loved ones, or pets, right? Still loved ones, I guess. Definitely loved ones. I've got 3. So, but death of anything, right? Death of dream, death of a career, right? We can mourn the death of a belief system, right? Process that grief, right? So this can be an energy here where at this new moon, because it does bring in a new perspective, a new energy, a new vision of the future, this can be where maybe you're coming out of a little bit of a dark period, right? Where you've been questioning life, where you've been processing some grief or disappointment or loss in some way. And because the 9th house energy does bring you a little bit of philosophy, right? Seeing things from a philosophical aspect, brings you wisdom. And of course, the best way we gain wisdom is through difficulty, is through endings, is through grieving periods, right? Is through processing all of that stuff, right? So you could be kind of gathering some pearls of wisdom from something that has occurred long ago. And it could be long ago or it could be more recent, right, with this energy. But this is seeing the benefits of it. This is also, really reminding you that, death is a part of life, right? And we do often need to let go and release things, right? Whether it's people, whether it's situations, whether it's dreams, right? Whether it's belief systems, whatever. We do quite often need to cleanse and purge and let things go in order for something to progress forward, in order for something new to come in order to expand in a positive way, right? So, we do need to make sure, though, that we do process those things that we are letting go of, right? Always very, very important, right? Not to ignore it, not to compartmentalize it and push it aside. Deal with things out in the open. So this is almost like a little bit of a rebirth energy for some of you in some way. We have hidden treasure. You're on the right track and a gift revealed. So yeah, with all of this wonderful energy coming in here for you guys, you could be getting some sort of gift. And Jupiter, of course, is really, really important and impactful for you at this new moon. And Jupiter likes to bring us things, likes to bring us wisdom, knowledge, likes to bring us resolutions to things, likes to bring us freedom, right? Bring us big ideas and help us to expand those out into the world. But Jupiter can also bring us a little bit of luck on our side as well, whether it's new beginnings or the opportunity to expand our horizons, whatever it happens to be. Jupiter is bringing you something positive, right? It can be deep insights, right? Or it can be something in your physical world. But this is a reminder here for you also that, something hidden may be revealed to you at this new moon or shortly thereafter, or maybe even a little bit before with that Venus Cazimi. And this is a reminder that wherever you are, wherever you happen to be, right, you are exactly where you're meant to be. You're on the right track. You're on the right journey. There are no missteps. We feel like there's missteps, right? We feel like, damn it, I shouldn't have taken that path. I should have done this, right? But in reality, right, you're always exactly where you're meant to be. We have the 10 of Swords. Ouch. Endings. Difficult endings. Painful endings. Now, this can be a shift in energy. This can be a shift in your way of thinking, right? We're letting something go and we're welcoming in something new. We're clarifying our ideas, right? And of course, the Swords energy is air sign energy, right? And this Gemini energy with Mercury here is, really about making important decisions, recognizing what works for you, what ways of thinking work for you right now, what your belief systems work for you now, what form of communications work for you now, and what do you need to release? Right? What is not working for you anymore? So it's like a cleansing and a purging and an out with the old and an in with the new, right? And quite often this does come to our thoughts, our ideas, our belief systems, right? So we do need to kind of process things, or we do need to recognize that there's need for change. Tens, of course, are endings, right? This can be a very difficult decision to leave something behind. This can be, where you do talk about something, right? And it's like, okay, we're going to resolve this. This has been quite the challenging journey, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's something new coming in for us here, right? So clarity, a new vision, a new sense of purpose, whatever it happens to be. But the tens are endings and they lead way to new beginnings. And it's quite often darkest just before the dawn, right? And sometimes we do need to go to the depths. We do need to go to our shadow side, right? We do need to do some deep dive there in order for us to see our way forward, right? And to maybe even to recognize why there's been certain chain of events that have happened. But if you see in the Ten of Swords, yes, we've got this person lying on the ground, stabbed in the back, swords in the back, right? Ouch, right? Not the most comfortable thing for sure. But there is this beautiful sunrise, right? So sunset on the things that end and sun rises on the things that are beginning. And there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what your situation happens to be. There's clarity, there's growth, there's new beginning, there's a better future. And remember, you are on the right path, whatever it happens to be. But yeah, sometimes change does bring about this Ten of Swords, right? Because we don't like change always, even though change benefits us always, right? But sometimes that's a difficult journey to be on. It's like, okay, yeah, it's time for change. Yeah, this has been a very difficult decision to come to, but I'm ready for the new. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm ready. So embrace some new beginnings, embrace a new way of thinking, expand your horizon, and trust that you're on the right path. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do take a moment to press like on this video. Truly appreciate that. But good luck in this new moon. I thank you for watching. We're moving on now to Scorpio. Hello there, Scorpio, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. We've got this happening in your 8th house. This should be very comfortable for you. This is your own energy coming in here. And so this is really focusing on transformation for you. There could be something coming in here for you, some sort of communication involving inheritances. You could be taking out a new loan to get something that you want. By the same token, you could be finding freedom from a loan as well. That didn't shuffle so well, did it? So you could be paying off a loan. Maybe you even have some student debt that's been forgiven in some way with this. A mystery can come to light for you guys here as well. The 8th house is ruled by Pluto, so change, transformation of all kinds. It also has to do with your joint finances, so the money and the resources that you share with other people. So this can be a time for you where maybe you're developing new spending habits with a significant other if you share your finances. This can be where, thank you, where some of your relationships are changing to the point where now, okay, we're moving in together. Now we're going to, share in the responsibilities of the bills and the chores and all this kind of stuff, right? So you could be potentially opening up a joint bank account, something like that, or maybe just trying to figure out who's going to pay for what. But this does have to do, it's very spiritual energy in this as well. So really pay attention to your intuition, signs, symbols, synchronicities, all kinds of wonderful things, because don't forget this new moon wants to bring you something, whether it's bringing you something now or whether it's bringing you something down the road. It wants to bring you something, bring something to fruition, but it may require the willingness to change or put an end to something on your part, right? And of course, change is part of life, and often to welcome in something new and bright and shiny, we do often need to let go of something old and stagnant, right? But this can be where, perhaps there can be some announcements, like pregnancy announcements, birth announcements, that kind of thing. You may announce something that you've got going on, something that you've been working towards or something new. You might make that announcement there because it may be something that you have not been sharing, is something that you've been keeping a little bit of mystery, a little bit of a secret about. And especially if you're doing some career changes or anything like that, right? It's you don't necessarily tell everyone all about your business moves, right? So this can be the time when you're getting things out in the open. But by the same token, you could be starting something new or looking for something new, but you are keeping it quiet. You are keeping it hidden in this energy. And this can be for self-preservation. This can be that you're just not ready to share something with someone. It could also be a part of your strategy, right? Your overall strategy, especially if you, especially where money is concerned, right? You know, I think people share a little bit more about money these days than they used to, but personal finances are just, I don't know, a little bit different. So you could be doing something with your investments and your money that sets you up for a very prosperous future here in this energy. All right. But change, transformation, endings, new beginnings, you got everything going on here. But it's also a connection with self and a connection with your with spirit and your higher self here in this, right? So some personal growth and transformation for you guys. We have begin with faith in the spring, beginnings, innocence, fertility, and growth. Beautiful energy coming in here. Spread your wings and fly, little butterfly. Okay, this is a time of following your goals, dreams. Something new could be coming to fruition for you. You know, if you're single, maybe there's new relationships. If you're in a relationship, maybe there's this next leveling up of your relationships, right? This can be that you do need to let something go so that you can spring back to life in some way. All right. But this is encouraging you to try something new, to get out of your comfort zone. This is a time of fertility, growth, creation for you, and you can really make something happen for yourself. You could be getting some answers that you've been looking for at this lunation. And yeah, you could be, you know, finding freedom in some way, right? So again, paying off loans or things, or maybe you get like a little bit of a windfall, you get a little bit of money coming your way via an inheritance of some kind, right? Hopefully it's a living inheritance. Those are a little bit easier to deal with, right? And it can be that maybe your parents are in, you know, a decent place financially, and they're like, you know what, I want to see my children, you know, have the benefits of their inheritance, right? While we're still around to enjoy it, right? Those are the good things. Maybe it enables you to put a down payment on a house or something like that, right? So you could have some sort of money or something like that coming your way, right? But there could be, again, a mystery revealed. All right. We have the Stone of Destiny, life path, ambition, passion, and the big yes card coming in here for you guys. Okay, so we love this one. This is about yes. Now, this can be that yes, something you are going to receive an answer. If you've been looking for an answer, the answer can be coming in to be very positive for you. Okay. Now, by the same token, if you've been looking for a sign, right, is it time to let something go and to forge on something new? This answer could also be yes for you, and maybe it's just the sign that you were looking for, just to give you a little bit of encouragement to get out the door. But this is about following your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, right? Your path forward through life. What do you want? Where do you see yourself going? What lights the fire in your belly? What lights the fire in your soul? Yes is the time to make it happen. Yes is the time to turn your visions into reality. Yes is the time to let go of fear and worry and anxiety and doubt. Believe in yourself, get the courage that you need, and take the next step forward. Okay, be like, was it King Arthur? I think, was it Excalibur, right? That looks like Excalibur with that stone, the sword in the stone. You have the magical power to remove that sword out of that stone and to forge your path and remove any blocks or obstacles that are in front of you, right? But this is about life paths. So again, you know, with this energy coming in here, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to anything that, you know, some people may dismiss as a coincidence, and you might be of the mindset that I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, and pay attention to those things because they could be giving you clues about your life path, about your journey, about things that may be unfolding for you. We have the Three of Pentacles here as well. And the Three of Pentacles is a wonderful energy. Okay, this is about creation, right? It's about paying attention to the details, taking things one step at a time, and creating the life that you want. All right, this does show progress. Okay, so if you've been feeling like you're stuck in the mud, or you've been feeling as though nothing's been going on, this is a sign of encouragement for you, okay? Knowing that whatever it is you're wanting to create, you're on the right track, right? Be open to change, be open to something new, right? But you are making more progress than maybe what you give yourself credit for. The Three of Pentacles, of course, also does represent teamwork and collaboration. And so this can be about that. This can be a time when maybe you partner up with the right people, maybe you meet new people, this can be this can be a little bit of a reminder that you might need to knuckle down on something here as well, because of course, Scorpio, we do have a square to Saturn in your 5th house, which is about love and romance, but also about fun and pleasure and joy. And with that square, it's like, okay, I have something I'm really passionate about. I've got something that I've been dreaming about doing, or something that I really want to happen in my life, something to do with your money or your career maybe, right? But then I also want to have fun. So your need to work and make money may get in the way of having fun and enjoying life. So, but maybe there's a way to bring the two together, to fuse the two together, right? So it's up to you to create that, and you have the ability to do so. All right. But the Three of Pentacles can also represent, especially since the 8th house does have to do about with joint finances, joint resources. Okay. The Three of Pentacles can be an energy here of learning. Okay, seeking out guidance from somebody, learning about something, talking about something. So you and a significant other, maybe you go and see a financial advisor, that kind of thing, something to make sure you get your money on track. Maybe go visit your accountant or something like that, and just make sure that, you're filing your taxes properly and all that kind of stuff. This can also be where maybe you seek out some other guidance in a relationship as well, especially if you really do need some changes in how you deal with your money, right? Because we do have a square, okay? And that square in your 5th house could be that somebody is really frivolous with money and the other person is very careful with their money, and it's important to find the balance between the two. And so you could be seeing some sort of some sort of like relationship counselor, right? For that, to get you guys both on the same page. Very important sometimes, right? But this can also be where maybe you're helping out other people as well, right? So maybe you are stepping into a leadership role, or you have the ambition to step into a leadership role to guide and teach other people on your journey. And this can actually have to do with your spiritual path as well. So you might have an ability here and an opportunity opening up for you to share your gifts with the world, to reveal the mystery, the secrets that you've been keeping, that you've been hiding, come out of the proverbial closet, if you will, and start to put your spiritual gifts and talents into motion there, so you can help other people, but also make a little bit of money as well. Just remember, it is okay to charge people for your spiritual services, okay? It's not necessarily meant to give away for free. If you want to give something away for free, maybe, just save it for someone who you can sense really does need guidance, right? But maybe they can't afford it, right? But otherwise, charge for your services. It's your time, it's your gifts, it's your talents, it's your knowledge. And there's a lot of time and energy that goes into developing your really good spiritual practice, right? So make sure you charge for that, okay? Just saying. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. Good luck in this new moon. I thank you for watching. We're moving on now to Sagittarius. Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. This is happening in your 7th house of relationships, okay? Ruled by Venus, okay? Bringing in Libra energy here for you guys. So, if you are single and looking for love, if you are not already talking to somebody, you very well could be in the very near future. Okay, over the next couple of weeks can be where some doors open for you. For some of you, this can be very sudden, something very quick, and it can be like a fated meeting, and it may actually catch you off guard. So here's your heads up for that, right? For others of you, the next 6 months, right? Because this new moon starts a 6-month cycle. And by the time you get to the full moon in Gemini 6 months from now, you could be very much on your way to falling in love and being connected. So this can be very wonderful for you guys, very magical. All right. Some of you here as well could also be entering into a higher level of commitment with a relationship that you've already got going on. And there could be something also going on within the home, okay? The relationships that are in your home, because you do have a square to Saturn in your 4th house. Your 4th house is about your house, your home, your sense of stability and security, the people that live with you, where you live even as well, and your private life essentially, right? And so this can be where, maybe you are experiencing some changes, or maybe you're talking about like moving in with a significant other. There could be something going on with family or siblings or children in this house as well. And when it's a square to Saturn, there's a little bit of friction there somewhere, right? So it can be that, okay, maybe you want to move in together with your significant other, but maybe there's other people living in the home, and there could be some conversations around that, right? Maybe you're not quite on the same page, okay, or maybe other people who live in the home or potentially live in the home could be causing friction there as well, right? But essentially here, it's very people-y here for you guys in this new moon energy. New relationships, new connections, new friendships, okay, new business partnerships. This is also a focus on balance and equality and sharing in a relationship here as well. All right, so it feels like here that you could be turning over a new leaf, starting fresh on something here and making things very much in alignment, balance, and harmony with this. Okay, so if you have a relationship, whether it's something with a sibling, something with your children, something with your spouse, or something else going on, balance is the key. So you could be having a reset here. We're going to reset who is responsible for what chores. We're going to reset who is responsible for paying what bills, because maybe people's financial situation has changed, right? And so it just depends whatever fairness, balance, and equality means to you, right? This is where we make sure that, people are committed in a relationship on the same level, right? And if not, there may be a clear new way forward for some of you with this, right? So, but ultimately, there's a lot of blessings that does come in with this new moon. Especially for you, right? Because you do have Jupiter at play for you here, which is your ruler, and of course this is happening in your 7th house of Venus energy, and we already have Venus in very positive aspects with this new moon anyway. So bringing you love, bringing you resources, bringing you a next level of a commitment, right? All of this kind of stuff, and this is perhaps a very wonderful energy to help you resolve any issues and get things back on track. So we have the eyes of mystery, uncharted territory, and a deep knowing of things. Okay, of course, trust your intuition as always. If your intuition is telling you that there's something interesting going on and you need to pay attention, do that. All right. This is, I have to say, Sagittarius, I have to say that some of you, okay, may have been in like happy hermit mode for the last little while. And even though you are typically very engaging and, you like to go out and have fun and you like to have adventures and all that, you're very philosophical at the same time, right? And you do like your freedom. And you could have been in a situation, you could have been in an energy the last little while where you don't mind connecting with people every once in a while, but you're kind of maybe preferring your own company for the last little while. So this new moon is encouraging you to socialize a little bit more, okay? If someone invites you out for dinner, accept the invitation and go. You might not feel like going on the date, okay? But go anyway, right? It'll just make you feel more connected. And again, there's like this sense of kind of fated events going on for you guys, okay? A little bit of surprise, a little bit of a mystery, right? Mysterious energy coming in for you. And I feel like in this energy, getting out of your house, socializing, meeting up with friends, trying new activities, that kind of thing, maybe even connecting with new social groups, this can all kind of put you in the right place at the right time. So there is a little bit of a mystery revealed. Now, this is card number 10. 10 is related back to the Wheel of Fortune, ruled by what? Jupiter. Who is Jupiter? Your ruler. Okay, so there's a lot of divine forces at work for you guys here, shifting the energy around, bringing you some good luck, good fortune, bringing you some answers, bringing you a deep knowing, bringing you wisdom, bringing you a little bit of shift in your own energy here as well, right? And something new, mysterious, and magical that are there for you. So be aware, okay? And remember to say yes, all right? We have the Stone of Destiny, very interesting life path, ambition, passion, and a big yes card for you guys. See, it says yes right there. All right, and this is very interesting actually because Scorpio also got this particular card. Okay, so there could be some connection that you have with Scorpio. It could be a Scorpio person coming in. It may be that you have a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, depending on what you're watching right now. So you might really want to go and watch out that reading also. And this can just represent change, right? So change is ahead for you. Doors opening for you. New things coming in here for you. Big yes, right? Say yes to the invitation. Say yes to going out for dinner. Say yes to going and playing mini golf somewhere and tapping into your inner child, right? You just never know. You might meet someone who is of a like-minded soul who might be doing the same thing, right? Right place, right time. You just never know. Could be some flirty energy that comes in here for you, right? This could be where you meet new people. This can be where, you say yes to change, right? Whatever it is. Yes, yes, yes. It can also be where your prayers are answered, right? It's like I set my intentions, I stated my wish, right? And now this is where something is coming to fruition for you, okay? Seize the moment, seize the opportunity, all right? What are you passionate about? What do you really want? What are your ambitions, your desires? Set those intentions and then trust that you are on the right journey, that you are on the right path, and just be aware of doors opening for you, right? And be willing to jump right through them. We also have here for you the Eight of Cups. Now, isn't that interesting? Because the Eight of Cups can certainly be a card of transition. You're not quite done with one situation. You're about to step into another. So you might feel like you're in a little bit of no man's land in some cases. Maybe you feel something changing within you with this energy as well. The Eight of Cups can certainly be about, stepping forward into your wishes and your goals and your dreams, whether it's with relationships in your life, whether it's, with whatever path you happen to be on. This can be a very important transitional energy because the Eight of Cups moves into the Nine of Cups. So this person on this card has left the Eight of Cups behind and he's moving forward to the Nine of Cups, wishes and goals and dreams fulfilled. However, sometimes, okay, on your journey, especially with other people, you may take your other people with you and you're both stepping into this energy of fulfillment. But you could also be leaving something behind to step forward into something new, and that's where something magical may happen. All depends on your circumstance, right? But this can be about letting go. Eight of Cups, about letting go and just trusting in your journey. You're letting go of worries, fears, anxieties, doubts, and you're taking the steps forward. You may not know where your path is leading you, but you just know that your wishes and goals and dreams lay ahead for you, that those doors are opening for you, and that there's something better or something interesting or something really fun laying ahead for you. So trust in yourself, trust in your journey, trust in your intuition, and follow the path. It's a movement card, right? It's one of moving forward in a really positive direction. And again, your life path. You're on the right track. You're on the right path. Sometimes we have to make difficult decisions, and sometimes we just have to embrace the journey. So I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. A little bit of mystery may be unfolding for some of you. Embrace the magic, embrace the energy, all right? But I thank you guys for watching. Good luck in this new moon, and we are going to move on now to Capricorn. Hello there, Capricorn, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Now, this is happening in your sixth house of daily habits, health, well-being, and daily routines, also the house of your pets. So some of you could be getting a new pet at this time. You could also be turning some goal into a reality or taking action, okay, to forge some better daily habits and routines for yourself. This sixth house is ruled by Mercury. All right. And so this is where we're not just thinking about doing something. Okay. We're turning an idea into reality. All right. So this can be where you turn the page on a new health regime, a new fitness regime, a new diet. Okay. Maybe you're looking at ways where you can forge better daily habits, going to bed at the right time. Maybe you are making a pact with yourself to turn off your cell phone at least an hour before you go to bed so that you can decompress and you're not sitting there answering messages right before your head hits the pillow and then you wonder why you can't sleep. at night, right? It's important to disconnect and turn that cell phone off, or at least turn the ringer off and not check it, right? Put it on the charger where it can't hurt you. You could also be, maybe getting up early and doing some, going for a run, or taking your dog for an extra long walk in the morning, or doing some morning yoga, something to start your day right. You could also be starting a daily gratitude ritual, that kind of thing, right? So the point is here that we're starting something new. We're making improvements in our day-to-day habits, and this benefits our health, happiness, and well-being. Physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, physical, you name it, right? Very positive energy that is coming in here. But we do have the energy of Saturn that, of course, is creating a square for you in your third house, right? So this can be where communication may be a little bit, challenging, right? Maybe you're going to make a pact with somebody, okay, let's get up, let's do this. Maybe your significant other or a friend or someone in your neighborhood or something, right? Maybe you join a running club or something, but it can be where, maybe someone's not fulfilling their end of the bargain, okay? Or someone is maybe being dominant or something like that in that energy, right? So you might be thinking, okay, well, you know what? I don't always want to do what other people want to do. I'm going to forge my own path, right? Now, Saturn, of course, is your ruler. So this can be where you are digging in your heels, okay? And you're going to use your stubbornness, okay, and your wonderful propensity for goal planning to your advantage. But it can also be quite the sticky energy for you, because this can be where it's like, this is the goal that I have. This is what I want to do, what I want to achieve, and what you want to achieve, or your goals, or what you want to change, may affect other people in some way. But you might actually need to put your foot down a little bit there, right? Because maybe someone else's bad habits or something that you have also fallen into, and you're trying to break away from that, right? So sometimes we do need to dig in our heels a little bit. But I think here that you're really maybe recognizing that there is something here that you need to do a little bit differently, or that you do need to change. And change isn't easy, right? Change can be very difficult. So this is like, I really need to do this thing, because the air sign energy is about getting you moving, right? And, but of course your grounding Saturn energy is like, it's kind of a little bit of a struggle, right? So keep forging ahead, okay? Remember, that's just a fairly minor aspect with all the rest of this beautiful energy going on, just something to be aware of. We have grace within chaos here for you guys, accepting life's complexities and the seduction of distraction. So if you are trying to make positive changes there for yourself in your day-to-day habits, routines, and things, yes, it can be a little bit challenging, but don't let anyone or anything distract you from your journey, from your goals. Even if you do just get distracted, okay, make sure that you bring yourself back to center, okay? And it's like, okay, well, today's a bust. Okay, let's try it again tomorrow, okay? Trust that whenever we are making change in our life or trying something new, we are bound to have those ups and downs. It takes a while to develop new habits, okay? And so don't be too worried. Don't beat yourself up, okay, if you fall off the train a little bit every once in a while, right? We're all bound to falter in some way, okay? And so just get right back up and keep on going, right? And try again. So don't beat yourself up too badly, all right? We do tend to do that sometimes, okay? But this is also saying that change is difficult. Sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes we have to create a little bit of chaos we need to shake things up a little bit to get ourselves in a better path. Oops, sorry. This can also be about getting yourself back on track and in the right mindset, all right, to get yourself to where you want to go, right? So even if you fall off the horse, get right back up and try again. We have the healing stones coming out here for you, all about tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. So take care of yourself, take care of your own energy. Venus is at play for you here with this one. And of course, don't forget, this is your sixth house, health, happiness, well-being, better habits, better routines, all of this kind of stuff. So this does bring in this extra influence of helping you heal, helping you to make positive change, and, bring some more positive growth to you, perhaps, in this energy. So the power to heal is within you. All right. But be nice to yourself and be kind to yourself on your journey. Don't beat yourself up. If you fall off the bandwagon, get right back up. Okay. And pick up where you left off. Okay. Whenever, again, changing daily habits and things is not the easiest thing, right? It takes a while to create new habits, okay? And it's easy to fall back into the old ways sometimes. So whatever you are trying to do new, whatever you're trying to change here, believe in yourself, okay? That you can do that you can accomplish what you set out to achieve. But this is also a reminder about self-love and self-care. Okay, Venus wants you to do that. Okay, and to treat yourself every once in a while. Don't deprive yourself of things always, because what happens if we're always living and feeling like we're deprived of something, eventually what's going to happen, temptation is going to take over, and then we're going to like really, make a whole doozy out of the whole thing, right? So let's say you're trying to change your eating habits, right? You want to eat healthier and all that kind of stuff. Allow yourself to have a couple of French fries every once in a while, or allow yourself to have that small scoop of ice cream or something, because if we deprive ourselves all the time, you're likely not just to want that little scoop of ice cream, you're likely to eat the whole bucket, right? Because you've been deprived, so you're trying to fill a void. So the key is moderation there for you, okay? And you make sure you do treat yourself every once in a while, all right? We also have here, beautiful, we've got the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is being confident in your journey, overcoming obstacles, and making all the right moves. The Six of Wands is an energy of success and riding the wave. You could be getting some sort of recognition for a job well done. You could be having something that's doors are opening for you at this time, and it's because people view you in a very positive light right now. It's also about how you view yourself, and knowing that you will succeed, and knowing that you are making the right steps forward, knowing that you are making the positive changes that you need to make, knowing that you're on the right track, right? And so it's a very empowering kind of energy with you here. So remember, our journey is filled with ups and downs and obstacles, but you are very much on the right track there with that Six of Wands, and you could potentially be getting some sort of reward or recognition with this new moon. I'll leave all that there for you guys. I thank you for watching. Good luck in this new moon. We'll move on now to Aquarius. Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Now, you are experiencing this new moon in your 5th house. What a fantastic place to have this particular lunation. Your 5th house is ruled by the sun. It brings in Leo energy, and it's all about love and romance and how you express yourself. It's about fun, creativity, your hobbies, your interests. It's about the things that bring you pleasure and joy and a smile to your face. So in this energy, you've got all of this wonderful energy activated for you. You also have Jupiter wanting to bring you something really positive, maybe a little bit of luck as well, but also this, expansion of your energy and your vibes. Venus is really helping you out here to have some fun and to bring you some love, romance, creativity, and beauty into your world here also. So much really positive energy going on for you guys here. So you might be starting a new hobby. If you are single and looking for new love, this is really positive for that. If you are already partnered up with somebody, this can be where someone does a nice romantic gesture for you, right? And it's like, wow, that's nice. This can also be an energy here where you're having open communication about feelings as well, right? So that can also be quite positive for you, but really fun energy coming in, really pleasant. Okay, so get out there, tap into your inner child, have some fun. If you've been wanting to learn something new or pick up like a musical instrument or something like that, something that's, tapping into your creativity, now is a great time to start that. Stop thinking about it and start doing it. All right. So really fun for you. Now, just a little bit of word to the wise though, because we do have the square with Saturn, and that is in your 2nd house, and your 2nd house is money, resources, right? And so in that energy, financial constraints could potentially get in the way of having fun or of doing what you want. Okay. But it can also be one where you could potentially spend a whole lot of money because you're out there, you're having a good time, you're, socializing, all that kind of stuff. And the next thing you know, you've overspent. Okay. So just be aware of your money at this time. Okay. You might be able to find interesting ways to make your money go further. But if you are out there having fun, having a good time, not really watching your bank balance or anything like that, just keep that in mind. Okay. So don't be buying drinks at the bar for everybody, maybe buy one for whoever you're sitting with, right? But you don't need to buy them for 10 people. You'll probably regret that a little while later. Okay. So just a little tiny heads up for you there. All right. We have here the consequence of fear, contradiction, the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. Now, Aquarius, you are freedom loving, you're futuristic, you've got big pictures, you've got the big picture, you've got the big ideas. But we are sometimes a little bit afraid of change or afraid of the new. And it's really because you're fixed air, right? So this new moon is happening in a fellow air sign, right? Fast momentum, quick thinking, quick action, right? Big ideas, all this wonderful stuff. But you are a fixed air, whereas Gemini is mutable air. So you might be called to change or to open up to something new and might be quite exciting, but there can be this element of fear. Okay. Now it can be fear of the unknown, fear of opening your heart, right? Because Aquarius, of course, you could potentially have some love coming to the forefront here with this moon, right? And if you've been burned before, right, it can be very slow for you to trust and to fall in love. But once you do deeply, right? But if anyone betrays you, then it's like you're, very disconnected for a very long time, right? And so this can be facing your fear and allowing yourself to love and be loved. This can be facing the fear of trying something new that's maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone, right? So you're really encouraged to get out of your comfort zone and to recognize what is holding you back from living your best life, right? And we all have some sort of fear, all right? But make sure you embrace your fear, okay? And recognize it, right? When we recognize it, we can address it, we can deal with it, and then we can choose. Are we going to let fear hold us back? Or are we going to stand bold, stand tall, stand courageous, and face it head on? We have the Stone of Destiny coming out here now. I'm pretty sure this is the third time that I've got this card. I just don't remember who else I got it for. But the Stone of Destiny. So there's something going on here with you, Aquarius, with this new moon, either something coming to fruition where it's been written in the stones and now here it is. Okay. This can also be saying that, there could be something a little bit mysterious happening for you at this new moon. And again, Jupiter is bringing us something. Venus is bringing you something. Mercury is bringing you messages, okay, or clarity or something like that, right? But it can be like a fated event, okay? So it can be something where the wheels have already been set in motion and there's something that's meant to happen, right? Whether it's something within you, something involving another person, right? But it's like a little bit beyond your control. All we can do is embrace it and be thankful for it, right? And of course, maybe it's something that invokes a little bit of fear, okay? But this is all about saying yes. The Stone of Destiny here is about life path, ambition, passion, and yes. Saying yes. All right, so if you've been a happy little hermit for a while, okay, it's time to get out there. Go and socialize, go be with people, go meet new people, right? And, a lot of Aquarians are a little bit of introverted, right? You're a little bit of mixture of both, right? And I don't know about some of you. I'm Aquarius sun, and I am right down the middle. I am 50-50, right? 50% introvert, 50% extrovert. Now, having said that, I could also just close myself up in my house for about a month. I have enough half-finished hobbies here to last me like 6 months, right? And I would be perfectly happy. I wouldn't need to get out there, right? But I do get out there, right? Because I do need to deal with people, and I do get out there, right, when I need to. So if you've been kind of in that introverted part of yourself for a little while, get out there, meet new people, go have fun. try something new and different, join a class, join a group, whatever it happens to be. Okay. You just never know who you might meet. You never know what might happen, right? This is like anything goes, but it's a big yes from the universe here. Okay. So say yes. Say yes to invitations. Say yes to trying new things. Say yes to you. Ultimately. Okay. So big yes card there. Some of you could be having something really magical happen for you at this time. Okay. But note the consequence of fear card is card number 20. It relates back to the judgment card. Something hidden beneath you is dying to come out. This is where we do examine what is holding us back, and then we choose. Do we release and let go? Do we allow something to hold us back? Or do we answer the call and see the light and move forward and release anything that's inhibiting our progress forward, right? So you could be called to action. You could be called to the light, but there could be some clarity coming in here for you. Make sure you do watch for any kind of sign, symbol, synchronicities at all, and your dreams as well could be playing a key role for you here as well. And look at you. You are the only sign to get the Gemini card, the Lover's card. Well, Aquarius, there could potentially be a little bit of mystery and magic for you. But I love that we got this for you. Okay, not only, yes, is it Gemini energy with the Lover's card, but this does really speak to love and romance and connections and partnerships and doing the things you love, right? Making yourself feel good. It is a card of harmony and connection, not just with other people, but also with your higher self, right? Things are coming into alignment for you in a really positive way. But it is also one of making a choice, right? Choosing this direction, choosing that direction, choosing to follow your goals and dreams, choosing to, do what you want or not do what you want, right? This can bring in options for you, right? Just like that Gemini energy brings in options and choices for you. So you could have multiple opportunities opening up for you for things that you really want, things that you desire. All right. But yes, the Lover's card can bring fated meetings, fated events. It can be love. It can be rekindling a spark as well. The Lover's card can bring you friendships, right? It doesn't have to be romantic. It can bring you friendships, can bring you business partnerships. And it can also just bring things in alignment with the energy that you're putting out there in a very positive way. But it is a choice card, and the choice is yours, right? What do you choose? Happiness and joy? Do you choose fear? Right? Get yourself out there and have a good time. But this does really speak to some potentially fated meetings, fated events. It is known as the soulmate card, right? It can be a partnership, gaining deeper levels of commitment here as well. All right. And of course, romantic friendships, business partnerships, whatever it happens to be. But it's also can be the commitment to you, right? To your higher self, to doing what you love and living your absolute best life. So it can be really magical there for you. But I love the Lover's card for you in this energy. Very big connection with this new moon. I'll leave that there for you, Aquarius. I hope there was something here for you. Good luck in this new moon. I thank you for watching. We're going to move on now to Pisces. Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your new moon in Gemini reading. Let's see what we've got going on for you. This is occurring in your fourth house. Your fourth house has to do with your home, with your family. This has to do with your children, your parents, and your ancestors. And of course, it does have to do with your sense of stability and security, the foundations that you've built in your life, and the things that go on behind closed doors. So some of you could potentially be moving to a new house. You could be expanding your family in some way. You could have people moving in your home, moving into your home, or by the same token, you could have people moving out of your home as well. All right. So this can also just do with, you're maybe feeling at this new moon like you want to like spruce up your living arrangements here as well, right? So you could be, doing something creative with this moon. You could be putting a fresh coat of paint on your house. Maybe you're doing a little bit of landscaping. You're rearranging your living room, doing some cleansing and purging so that even if you don't have a new home, right, maybe it feels new and fresh to you. But there can potentially be something shifting with your living situation here in this energy. So whether it is a new house or whether it's, who you live, something with who you live with, okay, it could be really positive for you, but there could also be a little bit of friction that does come with that, right? Because we do have a square to Saturn, and this is happening in your first house, and your first house has to do with you, your goals, your dreams, your sense of self, right? The things that you want. Okay, so it could be that there is a little bit of tension somewhere there where you might need to really communicate about what you want and about what other people you want. Okay, this can also be about, if you do have, let's say, someone moving into your house, maybe one of your kids is moving back home or something like that, or, maybe you're, there could be a pregnancy on the horizon for some of you, right? Whether it's you or someone else, but it can affect your living situation. Then this can be where you're making sure that you still have your space, or that you still have time to do the things that you want to do, right? So there can sometimes be a little bit of friction between the two, between what you want and what other people want, right? Or their impact on you and your goals somehow, right? So, if you're used to, maybe you work from home, you're used to working from home, you like the peace and quiet, and then all of a sudden someone starts living with you, and now you're like, okay, this is my private space. This is my time. I need to get some work done. I need to find like my own little corner to do this stuff in, right? So you could be doing some rearranging for things like that, okay? But you could be spending some time with your family and with your children at this time as well, and it can be quite fun. We have listening to ancestors. Oh, interesting. I love that this came out because, of course, your fourth house also has to do with your ancestors. So some of you could be really curious right now because Gemini energy does bring this curiosity. And so you could be, doing a little bit of family research. Maybe you're researching your family tree. You might discover a little bit of mystery. So you could be discovering something here. You could be looking into medical history, which is always good to know. Or you could be, maybe unearthing some family secret or something like that, right? And it can be mystical, magical, or it can be like, oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't tell people about that, right? So you could be doing things like that, working with your ancestors in some way. Maybe someone reveals something to you. But listening to ancestors is representative of inherited patterns and traditions, integrated wisdom versus knowledge, right? It's one thing to know something, and it's another thing to have the wisdom associated with knowledge. Okay, just knowing information, what are you going to do with it, right? So we do need a deeper understanding of things. So you could be getting a deeper understanding of your family roots, your family tree, where you came from, right? You could also be recognizing familial patterns in some way, right? Especially in regards to like things like money or relationships, things like that. You could also be really, because this is in your fourth house, you could be looking at your family traditions, right? Are these working for me? Are these not working anymore? How do we integrate the old and the new, right? So sometimes that's easier said than done, but we can usually find a way. It usually involves a little bit of compromise. And especially if you're maybe like moving in with somebody or something like that, it's like you might have your traditions and things like that, but they might have something completely different. So now it's like, okay, now what do we do, right? So what is the key with this new moon? Communication. Communication is the key for you guys, all right? But work with your ancestors as well. You might be getting some spiritual guidance somewhere. So find some time to meditate, to spend some quiet time, because you just could be opening yourself up and opening the door to getting some spiritual help and from your ancestors, your past loved ones in there. So maybe they given you a little bit of guidance in some way. We have the secret chamber, potency, deep connection, and treasure. The secret chamber, what is in that chamber? Look, there's a glowing orb of light. What is it? What could it be? Going down the rabbit hole and you're discovering something. So when we have the secret chamber, this is about unlocking some sort of mystery. So you could be going down a rabbit hole. You could be seeing like, oh, look, there's this tidbit of information. Where does this lead? So this can be where one thing leads into another, leads into another. The next thing you know, you discover something that maybe you didn't even know you were looking for, right? So there could be some secrets revealed. There could be something that you do need to dive deep into to find the answers that you're looking for. But you could be discovering some sort of treasure, and it may be very important for you, whether it's information or whether it's actually treasure, right? Maybe you've lost something. If you lost something, maybe you lost something in your house or something like that, and it could be like a family heirloom or something. Listening to ancestors, okay? Ask them for guidance. Ask them to help you find what you have lost. You'll probably all of a sudden get like a little spark of intuition, like a little bit, I never looked here. And then you could go back to where you all of a sudden get the feeling you should look, and voila, there it is. Right? And that's that help that you were looking for. So if you've lost a treasure, you could potentially find something, all right? And probably by listening to your ancestors there. But there could be something, a little bit of a surprise that could potentially come with this new moon for you, okay? This can be something that you've maybe been waiting for, or maybe something you didn't even know that you wanted or needed at this time. So sometimes right place, right time. We've got the 10 of Swords coming out here for you guys. Okay, so yeah, there could be something challenging within your home environment. And now this can be where maybe you are really needing to get something out in the open, have a very important conversation, and lay it to rest once and for all. Right? And it's a challenging conversation to have. Maybe it is fraught with a little bit of drama. Okay, but ultimately we are resolving it. Okay, it's not easy to resolve some things sometimes, but we are resolving something, and then we are looking forward to a better tomorrow. Because the 10 of Swords is an ending, quite often a difficult one, but there is a dawning of the new day. There is a new way forward, a new chain of events here. All right. Now, could some of you potentially have a breakup that you've been going through, and now you're finding that you are living alone? Right? Maybe for the first time in a while, and it's been a difficult journey. Trust that there are better times ahead for you. It's always darkest just before the dawn. All right. But this can also be about an end of a challenging cycle in some way for you. And there is this wonderful door opening for you right after, right? Things change, things do get better, right? And the end of a cycle, tens are endings, they lead way to new beginnings, right? So out with the old and in with the new. All right. So always important to remember that and to believe that. Okay. This can also be a shift in your way of thinking, or a shift in your way of communicating, right? You could be saying to someone in your family, someone you live with, you're like, you know what? This isn't working for us anymore. This isn't healthy. We need to sit down. We need to get on the same page, and we need to try something new and different. And so you could be trying new forms of communication and sharing of your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. Okay, I hope there was something here for you. Good luck in this new moon. I thank you for watching. Take advantage, of course, of this energy. Set some new intentions there. Okay, and really believe, because it's very fast-moving energy with this, but ultimately can bring you some blessings. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.